video SEO strategies. But
so what do you guys think? This guy knows a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah, he's smart.
Yeah. So you see how he's using the different angles, and it seems like he's only doing like one line, and you know why? Because it's easier for him to make these long videos. So he'll record, okay, this is line 1. Okay, now let's do the next sentence. Boom. And then he changes the angle, 1, so that the way the editing, you know, it looks good, and then by throwing off the angles too, it makes you be more attentive to watching the entire video. Yeah? You guys agree with that? So what questions do you have? Questions?
How often does it, like, for example, when we do the Facebook campaigns, you're saying like, know the peak times of when to post it and how often to post it. But for YouTube, is there a certain amount of videos you want to post per week and things of that nature?
It has to be steady, so I would do like 1 per week.
1 per week is fine.
Yeah, it's good. Just make sure it's good, not just like a bunch of, you know, random videos. Do at least 1 20-minute video or 15-minute video per week, where you're talking about, for example, for your clients, SEO, website development, the process, things to look for, how to hire a web developer, that kind of stuff. So you want to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
so
you asked me about time too, best time of the day. This vidIQ will tell you that.
Okay.
What's the best time of the day? Has a keyword research tool, basic video analytics, channel-wide tags. So with this software, and I think it's, like I said, it's $49 for the ultimate package. Or no, it's $39. Any other questions? No?
What was that guy's name that was explaining that?
Brian Dean, and the name of his site is Backlinko. 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 Yeah, he really spends a lot of time working on his content. He makes very, very good videos and very good blog posts. He'll make one, maybe like 1 per every 2 weeks or per month, but they're very, very detailed, because he knows that 1 video or 1 blog post is going to constantly get more views than the people that make one every single day, because it's not, you know, there's not enough substance in there. But he's very good. Like even for backlinks, like he does a lot of these tutorials like this. Let me show you one of them. I mean, even the design, look at that. Makes it fun and engaging. It's not just like a lot of text, but there's a lot of examples. Alright, so let me give you guys a copy of the schedule for April. This is all of the workshops in April. You have one? You have one? Do you have a copy of this? Yeah. Okay. Any questions about this or anything else? Well, first let's start with this, and then we still got like a little bit of time. No questions about YouTube SEO? Alright, do you guys have any questions about anything else?
What?
Yeah.
I asked you?
The hashtags?
Yes. What's a good
Hashtag fight, or let me see, hashtag.
researcher for like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook?
Yeah, it's called hashtagify me. Hashtagify me. That's for hashtags for Twitter, Instagram, and that even gives you the people, the influencers who use those hashtags the most. So whenever you're posting stuff on Instagram, you want to use hashtags. Hashtags are relevant to whatever you're posting. So what I would do is I do all my research and have like categories already set up, right? And I make a document of that. So that way all you're doing is copying and pasting. So I know that these 10, 20 hashtags are all about e-commerce. I know that these 10, 20 hashtags are all about YouTube SEO. These 10, 20 hashtags are about Google AdWords, etc. So that way you just copy and paste, copy and paste.
So does this make recommendations of like?
This, yes. That makes other recommendations.
Do you use the free version or do you use
I think I use a paid version, but there's a lot of software tools that you can use. Just go onto Google. Let's see, hashtag Instagram. Hashtag. Yeah, so there's instavast.com. I use that one too. And you can automatically generate hashtags based on the URL, the picture, or the keyword.
But Instavast is only for Instagram, right?
Instavast is for, it looks like it's just for Instagram. Any other questions?
Where are the hashtags in the YouTube video? At the bottom, is there a place for hashtags?
No, those are tags. Well, the hashtags we're talking about now is for social media, like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, but for YouTube, they're called tags, and it's right here at the bottom. It's right.
And do you put those in with the hashtag or just the name and that's not?
It'll automatically pick. I'm going to show you right now. So it's right here. And actually, I'm going to remove some of these because they're not really. Remember how he said, don't use so many? So all of these are about Google AdWords. So I'm going to save that.
Why do some of them have green, like the numbers next to them?
Where this video ranks in YouTube search results for that hash or that tag. So remember, I'm using TubeBuddy, so it's giving me that info. That's because TubeBuddy's plugged in there. Yeah.
How do you plug How do you plug it in?
How I just downloaded the I think once you like pay for it, there's something that you do and it synchronizes it. Yeah.
Like Bucket?
Yeah, very similar. Any other questions, guys?
So, let's say I'm working on gold buying, Joel. I go into Hashtagify or
Instavast.
It'll give me a list of keywords that work well with that.
Hashtags.
Hashtags themselves.
Yeah.
I'll copy the hashtags into my post.
Yes.
And that's it.
Yes. Yeah. So since we have time, let's go over this. This is a PDF. I'm actually going to print it out for you.
And they do change, don't they? Like the hashtags for Instagram, I understand are different.
Yeah.
Than the one you use for Facebook. Why is
Correct.
that? Yeah.
Because there are different trends. There are different platforms. So people might search this hashtag a lot on Instagram, but not on Facebook.
Okay.
But think of hashtags more for Instagram, not so much Facebook. I use it more on Instagram.
Okay.
search engine optimization. We were talking about title tags on YouTube. So you guys understand that the title tag is the most important part of search engine optimization. Okay, here's how we know this. Whenever you go on Google, let's say you type in those blue links are the title tags. They're on top, they're blue. That's usually how people click, they click the blue link, even though they can click anywhere, but they usually click the blue link. So that's the most important part of SEO. So on the title tag, remember how he said you want to put it towards the front, the focus keywords? So in this case, I know it says something else, but let's talk about Google AdWords training. You want to have Google AdWords training and then whatever else towards the back. Usually like your brand or some kind of call to action, or even use synonyms of Google AdWords training. You want to do that. So then file name and URL. So the file name, that's like if you have an HTML website. The URL would be like what I showed you guys. You want to use the actual focus keyword. So I don't know if you guys can see that well, but training small business owners. So I'm trying to rank small business owners there. The meta keywords, you want to put in the focus keyword first and then any relevant keywords. The meta description, so what you see here, the other text, that's the description. So that's important because people are actually going to read that and see what that page is about. So you want to use words that are going to make people click onto that link. So then the H1 tag. The H1 tag looks like this. See the top right there? How to resolve H1? It's just like a book, right? It's telling Google that paragraph is about whatever you put on top. So you don't want to use the same keyword phrase. You want to use something similar. So look at the relevant keywords. So for example, if I'm using AdWords Training West Palm Beach, I'm going to go all the way towards the bottom. I don't see anything down there, but let's. Alright. Searches related to AdWords training. You're going to use something like this. Google AdWords certification training, whatever is relevant to whatever that paragraph is talking about. Google AdWords training videos. So use one of those. And you want it to be about 3 to 5 words more or less. And then you're going to use H2, H3. You can only use one H1 and then break it down into H2s, H3s, and that's just like the hierarchy. So if, for example, I'm talking about search engine optimization, that would be my H1 tag, and then a subcategory of search engine optimization would be my H2s or H3. And then it goes on, bullet list, Google likes bullet list, images, make sure that your image file name has the keyword phrase in it. Even the alt tag. The alt tag, you don't want the exact focus keyword. What you want is more for the hearing impaired. It's so that whenever they're looking at a web page, it'll tell them this picture is showing a boy holding a microphone or something like that. So that's what you want it to say. And then any links that are on your page or on your content, you want to highlight keyword phrases, right? And then link it to a page that's relevant to wherever you're taking them. So if I'm highlighting search engine optimization, and that's a link, I want to take them to a page that's related to search engine optimization. Okay, so keep that in mind. So I'm printing this out for you guys. Do you guys have any other questions? Yeah, we were just talking about YouTube SEO. Oh, yeah. Guys have any other questions? Come on.
So this is off topic, but
Yeah.
what is your favorite email program to use with WordPress? Do you like Aweber? Do you like MailChimp?
Get response.
Get response?
Yeah, that's the one that we use. Why? I don't know. I mean, I've tried all of them, MailChimp, Constant Contact, and I just like Get Response. I'm just used to it by now. But they're all really good. Aweber's good. I think there's one called Mad Mimi. I've tried that one out.
That one's for me.
Mad Mimi, yeah. Yeah, so there's just a bunch of them.
Okay, and then you capture these email addresses from the opt-in monster.
Yeah.
You can hook them straight into that email, and then
Correct.
every blog post you write can go out to everybody.
Yeah, so the reason why it integrates, right? So whenever you capture that email, then it goes into that software, and then you're able to make some kind of sequence of emails. So, for example, it could be like a welcome email.
Right.
Hi, thank you for signing up or subscribing. You're gonna get a series of emails from us, that kind of stuff. And then, like the next day, you start with one email. I don't know, showing them like some kind of tips or tricks, something like that. And then just keep engaging with them, providing them information. But don't do it too much to the point that they're like sick of you.
Yeah.
Just make sure it's good stuff, good content. You know how this guy that we're talking about, Brian Dean from Backlinko?
Yeah.
He makes great stuff, and he doesn't do it every single day. He might take a month to make another post, but it's very good stuff, and you look forward to like looking at it.
And this is in addition to the free ebook that you're going to give out.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's another thing. You guys can offer free ebooks. Anybody can make an ebook. It could be a blog post. It could be I don't know, some kind of like this. I can make this an ebook. This thing that I'm about to give you guys. This is on-page optimization. How to optimize your pages on your site. Did everybody sign in? Sign into the sign-in sheet? You guys want to learn something else? You guys have questions about anything else? Don't be shy. Everybody good? Yeah?
Yeah.
Come on, let's talk.
There's a lot to absorb and it's in-depth.
Yeah, okay. So let's come up with a strategy, right? Most of you already have your business, right? What do you think is the first thing you should do? I don't know. Let's make a plan. Because if not, you're gonna get overwhelmed. You're gonna go, and you're really not gonna. So what's the first?
Plan for Tuesday, remember?
All right. So let's start fresh, right? So the first thing you want to do is you already have a website. You probably have blog posts, right, or articles you've written. What you want to do is clean up your site. What you're currently doing. Look at each page of your website. What is that page ranked on Google for? What is it supposed to rank on Google? You want to do keyword research. You want to look at the page, and then you want to clean everything up. Use that page that I just gave you guys. Do the keyword research. Pick the title tag. if you have any images, go ahead and download the image, rename the image. Instead of it being image 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, use a keyword inside the image. Put the alt tag. There's a tool called gtmetrics.com. So what you're going to do is look at your website and see how fast it is. What recommendations are they giving you? Why is it important for your website to be, for it to load faster? Why? Because Google has a bunch of servers that need to give instant results to people. If your site is very image heavy and it has a lot of JavaScript and everything, then it's going to slow Google down, and more likely you're not going to appear on the first page. So you want to make sure that your site is very fast. So test your website on GTmetrix and make sure that you make your website page speed an 8 at least.
And how do you speed it up?
How do you speed it up? It's going to give you information here. So for example, this is someone that I tested their website. Everything is really much an A except these two, which is leverage browser caching. There's a plugin for that called W3 Cache, Total Cache, but there's a bunch of WordPress plugins for that. And what it does is it speeds that up. And then optimize images. You want to reduce the file size, not the size of the image, but the actual file size of the image. You want it to be as small as possible, but that the quality is still good. So you want to do that, and then you want to, like I said, pick the, well, that's related to speed, but then when you're optimizing on site, you want to rename your images the keywords. So every word is going to have a hyphen in between. I'm going to add the alt tags.
Say that last part again.
Alt tags. You want to, basically the alt tag is for the hearing impaired. So you want to place an alt tag on all images. People usually don't place an alt tag or pick an alt tag for the images. And it's something so small and so easy. All you're doing is telling Google, or the hearing impaired, this image is about this. Here's a boy holding a microphone. Here's a dog running.
Visual impaired.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Visual impaired. Yeah. I kept saying hearing impaired.
Yeah. Good call.
I know a lot of it. Yeah. All good. Let's see what else. So I would do that. Clean up my website. If you're a local business, you want to have what's called local citations. So local citations, there's a software that's called brightlocal.com. That's the one that I like to use. And you're going to go on here. Let's say it's a brand new business and you haven't done local citations yet. You're going to create what's called a citation campaign through BrightLocal. And what it does, it's going to pick the top 45 local directories, and it's going to put your name, address, phone number, website, and a few pictures on those URLs. They have high authority. According to Google, they have high authority because there's a bunch of other businesses there, and then it's going to link back to your website. So that's called brightlocal.com.
When you say image optimization, so like for us, we use big images, right?
Yeah.
How will we optimize that?
Just reduce them as much as you possibly can. Just do it as much as possible. There's no exact number, but just do it, because let's say you have an image that's 5 megabytes rather than, you rather that image be 2 megabytes, because then it's like you have 2 more images. And Google knows that you actually reduce the file size. They're very, very smart. And they look at these things.
So you mean like JPEG, what's the JPEGs?
JPEG.
The small, no, the compressor one. You should run that against images, right?
The compressor?
Yeah, so it takes a JPEG and compresses the size.
Yeah, tiny PNG, there's a bunch of different ones. Yeah, so anyone that, yeah, tiny PNG is the one that I use. There's another one called
Image Optimum.
Image Optimum, yeah, that's another one. So this is a citation campaign, what you guys are seeing there. So this is the Hub Palm Beach, and it's just telling me to place it on all of these directories here. And I just started doing that. It doesn't need to be done manually. The way it works is you will do what's called a citation campaign. And I started this on the 7th of last month. And as you can see, there's a bunch that are already live. It tells you the authority, and it does everything for you. There's certain things you have to do, like phone verification, and it'll tell you here what you have to do. And they do everything for you manually. It costs, I think it's like anywhere between like $2 to $4 per each one, but it saves a lot of time. So, and look, I have all these now. And it looks like it's pretty good one. Yellow, please. See, so it has on whodouYou.com. Here's the email, here's the URL, here's the address, here's the phone number, here's my name, hours of operation, what we do. You might get 5 people a month from this URL or from this website. However, you can't see it so much as a sales tool that you're selling from here or getting clients. It's just the links are on other pages, and those are going back to your website. It's like a popularity contest. What we'll see is like, okay, this guy has 100 good links.
Oh, so that gives you 100, let's say, links to your webpage.
Good ones.
Good one. Okay.
Yeah, not just any ones. This thing is handpicking which are the top ones. These are like
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's increasing your authority.
It's increasing your authority over time. So you want to do that. That's part of link building. So these are called local citations. And then doing social media like Instagram, that's more for like brand awareness. It's not so much lead generation, it's more like brand awareness so that people know about your business, what you do, your services, what can you offer them, why they should follow you, and then just creates like a buzz. So that's what social media is about. There are softwares like buffer.com, hootsuite.com, which will allow you to schedule all your posts. So you want to do that in advance. You don't want to do it every day, like post something, because you're going to forget. You want to have a strategy. Okay, so next week I'm going to talk about Google AdWords only. The following week I'm going to talk about search engine optimization. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to plan it ahead of time. I'm going to make the content for at least 2 weeks in advance. Ideally, you want to do at least a month in advance, but let's say at least 2 weeks, and then just create all the content, have all your images and your posts and everything, and then just schedule it. So that all you're doing once it goes out is you're looking to see if you need to engage. If somebody asks you a question, if somebody wants more information, etc. So you want to plan your posts and everything out. Any other questions, guys? Ask some questions.
So I was wondering mostly kind of like about the prevalence of Facebook nowadays. When you back in the day to join the Instagram kind of took over, and then even on top of that, I've just seen people of my age group. They only kind of use Facebook because their aunt is on there. They don't really use Facebook because they care about it. They just post on Instagram and then it goes to Facebook. And at that point, it's just whatever. They don't actually use Facebook. So, do you find that you make a different campaign for Facebook versus Instagram, knowing that mostly aunts are on Facebook? Or do you typically just, I personally like Instagram. I personally use Instagram the most. Make something on Instagram and then just have it on Facebook. Obviously, then your brand story is the same. What is your take on that?
Yeah, so I only like using Facebook for the events. So the Facebook local events.
Yeah.
That the ads. So any ad that you want to have, so you can target an audience, you want to do that too. And I only like doing news feed ads or Facebook Messenger ads. Yeah, they have. Yeah, we had a class actually on Facebook chatbots. A chatbot is like a live chat where it will just start talking to you and send you through like a sales funnel, and you think you're talking to a human, but it's software. Yeah. So.
No, you always know it's not there.
Huh?
You can tell,
You
yeah,
can
it's
tell
either
right
one
away.
or two of them, but.
Depends how good. Some of them are really good.
Exactly.
But it has, remember those numbers I shared with you, it increased, like in 2 or 3 years, it increased messages from businesses back and forth to consumers like by 2 times or 3 times. So it works very well. And now you can put ads on your Facebook messengers and send people through the chatbot so that it talks to you and it makes them, do certain things like share this, like that. You want to read this article, and even ask you questions, and then segment your audience based on what they answer or what they reply back. So that's what I would use Facebook for. The events, ads to newsfeed, mobile, not really so much desktop, so mobile phones, because that's what we're using now, only mobile phones, or the Facebook Messenger chatbot. And then for Instagram, I would use it for just about everything. Instagram stories, which we had a workshop on that last week. So Instagram stories, Instagram videos, but I like the stories the most. That's like my favorite thing right now. I wish I could make like 10 stories a day, but I might burn you guys out. Oh yeah, it's fun, man.
What about IGTV?
IGTV too, yeah, we're going to use that. Make like a video. I think it can't be any more than 10 minutes. 10 minutes, right?
Unless you have about 10,000 followers.
Yeah, so make really that's what you want to use it for. Twitter, yeah, put stuff on Twitter just because Twitter will put it on Google search results. But Twitter doesn't work the same anymore. It's not like what it used to be back in the days. Very limited.
But you can link Twitter to IG so that whatever you post will be shared and people can come back to it.
But, I mean, Twitter's just more of like a headline.
It's like a headline, yeah.
It's like a quick update.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah. But Instagram is number one. Instagram stories. That's like number one thing.
That was for ranking.
What's that?
Are you talking about, does that affect your SEO ranking?
No, it's just social media marketing.
Yeah. No, I didn't know it is. I was just wondering.
It doesn't really affect SEO. Facebook does more. Like if somebody will go from your Facebook and then go back to your website, that shows more engagement from Facebook, which is a high authority site, going back to your website or to your web page. But it's not on-site optimization. Yeah. Any other questions?
So, can you talk a little bit more about those Instagram stories?
Yes.
Exactly how do you make them and what are they?
Okay, cool. Let me.
I was trying to make a video, and then it had the option that you could make it into like an Instagram story video, to make it into like 10 different videos.
Yeah. So an Instagram story. First of all, who knows what an Instagram story is? You guys do? Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna share with you guys a story I made. Right. So when you go to stories, it's usually towards the top, right? You see everybody's stories.
Yes.
Like all your friends and everybody you're following. So this is 6 Google AdWords tips, right? And then that's all they're doing. They're clicking and it's going to the next thing. So you're telling people like a series of tips, recommendations, some kind of news. But it should be like in the story format. You don't want to like be very random and like this one's about this and then the other one's about this. It's like a series of tips or whatever you want to call it. Tip 2 or tip 5, tip 6. See?
And then do you schedule these and how often they're going to come out?
Yeah. The best time I read to post these is around 10 a.m. in the morning.
Did you use Buffer to do this or you did it yourself?
Later.com.
later.com.
Yeah, you can schedule them, but what will happen is it's gonna send you a notification so that you can actually do it, and then you can use stickers on there. You can use you guys know what the stickers look like? So there's like hashtag sticker, yeah, that kind of stuff, which makes it fun.
Yeah,
Amy,
she went through that.
Yeah.
There's one called Plan Ollie. I don't know if you know about Plan Ollie, but it will actually do post for you.
It'll do a post for you?
It doesn't tell you to go back. It's like,
oh, cool.
Yeah, okay, approved.
What's it called?
Plan Ollie.
Plan All E? Planoli, like.
Yeah, PLANOLY.
Oh, okay.
And every once in a while it's a little bit clunky. Like it's a little hard to use every once in a while, but for the most part it's pretty good. And when you start to type in hashtags, it will tell you how many, like 32 million people follow this. And, actually as you're typing in the hashtag, it will tell you.
Yeah.
And then it will bring up alternative ones that are kind of close to yours. So it's kind of like nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like this one.
What was it called?
Plan Ollie,
PLANOLY.
Thank you.
And Instagram stories, they were mainly invented for you as a person to kind of share with friends, like, oh, I went to the beach today, and then I saw a sea turtle, and then I tripped over something and fell on my face, ha ha ha, how funny, right? So it's kind of like when it's you as a person telling the story, it seems more like normal than business telling the story,
Yeah, okay. Because I don't use Instagram for my business.
Yeah.
I use Facebook for every person. So.
Yeah. Which is kind of like why even just me thinking about it for business is kind of like, wait, I have like
Kiss reviews for personal.
yeah, it's like I used to show my friends how much of an idiot I am on a daily basis. It's like not.
It's cute.
Yeah, but then you just.
How long can the Instagram stories be?
No, that's the video. That's IG.
30 seconds.